This video is going to show you how to use your macros for the new asset valuation and marketing website. First thing, it's very important to note that you are going to be using the iMacros browser. So you are going to open up the browser, just double click on it. And what you're going to do is up here, you are going to type in the website address for asset valuations. It's avm.assetval.com. It's going to take you to this page. You are then going to put in your username and your password. Hit the login button. Once you get to this screen, you'll see it says pending orders. Click on the number next to pending. That'll take you to your actual orders. Now this is a new feature that they have. What you have to do is whichever order you want to key, click on the select button over here to the left, and you'll notice that it turns yellow. See how it's highlighted yellow? That means that this is the order you're working in now. Anyways, once you get that, once you pick the one you want to work with, just click on the tabs. You'll notice tabs right up here above it. Click on the form tab. This is the first one you're going to fill out. This is the actual asset valuation and marketing form. It looks somewhat similar to the old one. Anyways, what you do now is you come over and you will select the AVM new dash form macro. Click the play button and let it run. First thing it does, it puts in a lot of defaults. Then it'll go through and put in your solds and then your active comps and then, of course, subject information if you chose to put that in the cleanup tool. And as you can see, it goes through. This macro actually keys a lot. It probably keys anywhere from probably around 85–90% of the form, if not a little more. As you can see, it's already done. Now, of course, from here, the first thing you want to do, this is one of the Asset Val tricks, tips, I should say. First thing you have to do as far as the addresses go, here's what I always do. I start with my sold one right here. And what I'll do is I highlight just the address, the number and the street name, and I will Control-C for copy it. Then what you do is if you hit your space bar, it'll actually pop a box. And this is actually their distance calculator. And then if you hit Control-V on your keyboard, it'll put the address in there. And then, of course, you do have to make sure, see how it says Beaufort, Georgia City? It assumes whatever the subject is. This one's actually in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So you do have to come in here and retype in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And then just hit Get Proximity. And it'll pop the proximity there. Then what you do is hit the Accept Proximity button here. Of course, it'll say it's further than a mile, basically. Just to click OK. That's just a reminder that they want you to go in the addendum and say why you chose a comp over a mile. And as you can see, it does put the mileage in there for you. And you have to do this with every single comp. So again, hit the Control-C, hit the space bar, it'll pop the box. Okay, and then again, hit Control-V so it puts in just the, the house number and the street name. And you want to definitely make sure it has the right city before you hit this Get Proximity button. And it'll figure the mileage for you. Again, hit Accept Proximity. This box, again, is just a warning. They want you to put a note in the addendum as to why you went so far out for your comps, or over a mile. And you have to do this with each one of the comparables. So again, I'm just going to go through it a little quicker now. Hit Get Proximity. Let it figure it for you. Again, you're going to get this error. It's sort of annoying, but you got to do it. And again, if your comps are under a mile and you pick suburban, then you won't have any issues. But all my comps, of course, are in Lawrenceville. So anyways, let's see, Get Proximity. Hit OK. And again, you do have to do this for each one of the comparables before you hit the Save button. And again, I hit my space bar, it pops that up. I Control-V the address in. Hit the Get Proximity. Hit Accept Proximity. Click OK for the warning. And I've got one more to do here. Just like this. Okay, once you've done that with the addresses, I did it for my 3 actives and I did it for my 3 solds. Once you've done that, then you can come down and hit the Save Draft button. And it'll basically go through and it'll save your form for you. Now, the reason you have to do that address tip first is because if you just run the macro, then you hit Save Draft, it actually deletes out all the addresses. And then you've got to go back to wherever you put your comps and relook them up and put the address in again. So that's a little tip and trick for asset valuation and marketing. And then from there, the only other thing we have other macroed is this market and marketability tab. Click on this. It'll take you over to this next one. And this is just a bunch of questions, basically with some drop downs. And what you do is come over here to AVM new, click on the market macro, click the play button, and it'll put in, just some standard default answers, how most markets are across the country. If I were you, I would read through it, tweak it if necessary. We do put in some generic comps. So if you are some comments. So if you like the comments, great. If not, just highlight over them and copy and paste in your own comments. But that's it. Once again, and then pretty much from there, you got to do your addendum, upload photos with appropriate tabs. But anyways, this video did show you how to run the macros for the new asset valuation and marketing site. Hope this helps. Happy King.